Hey everyone, how are you? I am Heather Marsigliano from Grace on Broadway, Grace on Design, and HP Distribution. So we're going to use Country Chic and we're going to use the companion paper to Serendipity. I have a Silverware Box that I like to redo them. They're one of my favorite things to redo. You can still find them relatively cheap at thrift stores and flea markets. You can take them and leave them as silverware boxes. You can make them jewelry boxes. They can just be trinket boxes. There's so many things they can do. They have a great surface because they're flat and they're usually big enough to be able to have a lot of fun with it. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna tilt you guys down so we can get started. Hold on one second, you guys. That's our shipping area, and those are chairs that we're working on. All right, ready? Okay, I think we can see the part. All right, so we prep a lot of our pieces, and we never know what we're gonna do with them. So we are using Country Chic today, but this box was already prepped with Dixie Belle's Slick Stick. So, Serendipity, when you get them in the pack, this is Serendipity. You get a 3x4, 3 foot by 4 foot. You get the bigger sheet of Serendipity, and then you also get this smaller companion pack, and it comes with the companion paper, which is this pretty floral. So, we are working with the companion sheet. So it comes like this. These are cute little labels. When you pull them out, you get 2 foot by 3 foot of this and this companion piece. And you get a surf prep wrap pad. This is our box. And like I said, we get things pre-prepped around here in case I have a minute to go live, then I don't have to worry about it. So this is already done in Dixie Belle's Slick Stick, just because it was super shiny and I didn't know. So the colors that I have from Country Chic are Ooh La La, which is this really pretty like pinky peach. Can you guys see? It's really pretty. And I have Lazy Linen, which is like a really pretty gray. It's like a white gray. It's like the color of my sweatshirt. I match this color. So, I don't know. I was feeling the flowers, but now that I'm looking at these colors, I think Serendipity itself would lend better to these colors than the bright pinks of the flowers. So I think we're going to do this one. So I know I told you to vote. I'm taking it back. We're doing this. Oh, my allergies. I can't stand it. So, let's do a base of Lazy Linen. And then, over the course of this week and next week, it's probably going to be like a week or two to actually get it all done. Maybe we'll do striping with Ooh La La, like down these sides, because it's a pretty deep box. See, and it has a drawer, so we can definitely do some pretty neat stripes and stuff over here. So that's how we'll incorporate the Ooh La La. So pretty. But I think that doing the base in Lazy Linen is actually going to work out better underneath our paper. So Country Chic likes to be stirred, not shaken. Once a month, we work with different paint companies so that we can show you guys all the new things. And this month, it's Country Chic. So they sent us some pretty cool colors. All right, we are mixed up. I don't want to go crazy because then I'll get it everywhere. Everywhere, everywhere. Okay. They also sent us this new brush that I've been dying to use since they sent it. Look at how awesome that is. So the name of the paper pack we're using is we're gonna use the Serendipity paper, and that's from Grace on Design. All right, so look at how awesome this brush is. So it's nice and full, and then it comes to like a nice pointed tip. So I bet this is gonna be fabulous, and I've been excited to use it since the minute I saw it when it got here. Oh, and it fits really nice in my hand. I do have to say that. It's not like so round, it just kind of fits. I don't know about you guys, but a brush fitting well is important to me, because if I'm going to be painting for most of the day, I definitely want to be comfortable. Now, we're gonna put the decoupage over the entire top, and I know I just painted the whole top, and you're probably wondering why I would paint something that we're gonna cover, right? But that is because in case it does anything, like we sand it back and it rips, or it does anything weird. Now I have to do the heat gun because we're gonna kind of cheat time a little bit and put our paper down, but we need this dry first. Again, this is only one coat of the lazy linen, which I think is actually super duper coverage. And now we're going to use their clear coat. So it's Country Chic clear coat. And we're going to use this to put our decoupage on. In full transparency, I have not yet used this clear coat for decoupage or anything else yet. Our papers work with just about any top coat, so I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. So this is my Zibra wedge, and it's called a wedge because that edge, look, see how it can kind of like wedge in, which is kind of cool. This is our Country Chic top coat. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna apply it from one corner to the other, okay? As I'm sitting here, this top coat is self-leveling. It is evening out that quickly. I am actually super duper impressed by that. I normally absolutely can't stand top coat, but that's really cool. I'm literally sitting here just watching it and wish that I could show you guys better, but so cool. All right, so we have Serendipity. Let me see if I can just tell you just a smidgen more. All right, there. Now you have like most of the whole box. So I know that I need to be somewhat down here for this edge to also fit that edge. And I want to make sure it's relatively straight. So I'm kind of using the line of the paper with the line of the box as I'm putting it on, okay? And as we put it on, you just want to smooth it out, okay? Our papers are actually really strong. So as long as you're just in the beginning process and you don't use a ridiculous amount of top coat and absolutely saturate your paper, you can pick it up and kind of replace it, okay? So we are just going along and picking up and smoothing out. right now, what we're doing is we're mostly worried about big air bubbles, okay? In this part, I'm not overly concerned about tiny wrinkles. Right now, I just want to make sure that I don't have big air pockets. All right, so now it's on. Can you guys see? Look how pretty that is. Love it. Okay. So these are rad pads. We include them in every pack because we believe that they are so important and so helpful with decoupage. They're by Surf Prep. It is the super fine pad. It is only half a pad because that's all we think you guys need. But what I want to show you is, I'm going to try to lift this up while I show you. All right, see that wrinkle in his head? I'm gonna lean it here. Okay, so you guys can see some of the wrinkles. I see it in the camera, so you can see it all right. All right, so we're gonna use our rad pad on the abrasive side. Okay, I'm not on the foam side. And look, that wrinkle is gone. Completely gone. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work our way around our paper with our rad pad. Now, I'm certainly putting some pressure on. Am I pressing as hard as I can? No. Am I pressing as light as I can? No. We're kind of back to that Goldilocks and the Three Bears thing. We're looking for that nice middle of the road porridge, right? So we're gonna just rub these wrinkles right out. Can you guys see them going away? This is like the coolest party trick ever for decoupage. All right, here's a couple right here. Let's make those go away. Where are the ones I showed you? Here it is. Look, they're flat. Go on. So for everybody who tells me that they're so worried about wrinkles, 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 that is why we included these in our packs. We want to make sure that you have the easiest tool possible to get rid of wrinkles and have a flawless finish, even with the scary wet method, okay? I know some of our content team is watching now, and even some of those girls are like, what, the wet method? Because they like iron on. And there's definitely benefits to both. I find mastering the wet method to be helpful and easy because, I mean, that was super quick, guys. So, let's get that little wrinkle out. I just leave it flat because sometimes when I have it tilted to you guys and then I put it flat, just like when you're painting and you're checking all your sides, you see different angles and it'll show different things. So now we just have these edges, all right? And what you can do is we're just gonna score around these edges, and then your paper should just kind of pop off. And then we're going to use our rad pad to just kind of do that, okay? Yeah, well, the rad pad is dry. There's nothing on it. You can reuse the rad pad for anything. And if you're asking if you can use the rad pad to get the bubbles out after it's dry, I would use the rad pad to get the wrinkles out. First of all, you want to get all the bubbles out when you press it down. Using the rad pad for the wrinkles, I think would for sure only kind of work while it's still wet before it sets in. Now, I won't put a top coat on this until like 24 hours from now. Because what I want to happen is that layer of top coat that's underneath here, I want that to be 100% dry before I put a new top coat on. If you put a top coat on top here, what's gonna happen is you're gonna reactivate all of the top coat that's underneath that isn't dry and cured yet. So it doesn't hurt the paper, it's just scoring these edges. Look at that. And then we're gonna just clean it up. So there's no extra paper. So this is how rad pads come when they're not in our pack, okay? No, Liz, it doesn't scratch the paper. In certain spots, the paper might distress, but not terribly at all. And especially on a paper like this, it just goes right with it. But it's actually pretty gentle for the paper. Now, the rad pads have foam, so even though they're abrasive, the foam, I think, kind of gives it a little bit of a softer application. And your fingers don't get, I used to get like weirdo blisters and calluses from working with sandpaper too much. And my nails used to get all janky from working with papers. And that doesn't happen with rad pads because they're foam. So rad pads are not available at regular hardware stores, but they are available with any of our retailers and any of our content creators on our link. We distribute them throughout the United States, and I believe our Australian distributor has them, and possibly our European distributor as well. So with the same tool, half of a pad, we were able to smooth down our entire paper and do our edges, clean up our edges, and it's the same pad. And this little bit is a drawer, so let's get that open before the paint dries. We're gonna clean this up, obviously. So we have a drawer there, and then this opens that way. Let's do some stripes with the Ooh La La. This got kind of a little bit weird when we were decoupaging, so what I want to do first, because it's always best to start with, you want your surface to be great when you start. So I'm just going to grab my Surf Prep rad pad in red, the very fine, and we're just going to quick go along this edge to clean it up. Now it's like super, super BB smooth. So all the girls at boot camp were kind of laughing and everywhere. I literally will pet my furniture to decide if I have finished sanded it enough. So I have, this is Scotch Delicate Surface Tape. So I want this to be paint. So I'm actually going to take this and put it along that edge to here, and along this edge to here. Now this isn't going to stay. This is just for my lining up. Now we're going to take this tape and go straight here. Now we're actually going to take, even though these are going to be Ooh La La pink, we're going to go over this real quick with our lazy linen, because what that's going to do is it's going to seal up our tape lines, okay? So now we're just going to go back over it with our base color. And you want to make sure you get a little bit of your tape and that your tape is all the way down. And this is going to help make sure that when we pull this tape off, if any of the paint got underneath, it's going to be our base color and not our top color. Can you ladies help me kind of sprinkle this around a little bit? I don't know that people know that Pam and I are live again. And today's my turn to be live. All right. Let's go ahead. We just need a thin coat. You don't have to do anything crazy. This is just to help get it sealed down, okay? We don't need to do anything crazy. This is just helping to get our paint line in. Now I'm just gonna kind of quick clean that up. So now we have our base coat down. We can double check if we want to. We're going in the right direction. Our paper looks great. I did get some paint on our paper because I'm a messy painter. So funny, but I can fix that. No big deal. I think we're gonna use our Lucky Penny along that edge anyway. But if you really wanted to protect your paper, then I would do these lines and stuff before you put your decoupage on. But we did it in the opposite order, but no big deal. Hey. Now it is dry. This just needs to be dry to touch, nothing crazy. Now we're getting out our Ooh La La pink. So now I have just a little brush because that's all we need. These stripes are little. And we're gonna go in with our Ooh La La. So now we have our first coat, and to be honest guys, look at how great that coverage is on one coat. That's pretty awesome. But I do see a couple inconsistencies, so let's just dry it quick and we'll add a quick second coat. Let's get these done with first. So now I'm just gonna put a super quick second coat. Hey. All right, let's check out our stripes first. It's my favorite part. Oh yeah, I love to use little artist brushes sometimes. See what nice crisp lines that created? And how pretty those colors are together. Super pretty. Super, super pretty. All right, I'm just gonna open this because see how some of our line paint kind of settled into the lid? So you wanna just open it, and at the very least, we're gonna take a BB wipe and just clean in here super quick so that we can continue working. And then when we're done, I'll go like in here and clean it up. But this will at least get it off enough for us to work without it sealing itself shut while we work. All right, so that's the front for anyone just joining us. And so far, that's the side. I want to let the side dry just a smidgen more before we add the Lucky Penny to it. So we're going to kind of switch. Look how pretty those are together though, right? Can you see it? Can you see the vision coming together? What? All right. I want to tie these two together. Country Chic sent us some Lucky Penny metallics. All right, so I'm gonna take this teeny tiny brush. I think that's how we're gonna start. And I just wanna I'm gonna go around these edges. I think I'm gonna switch off and just use my finger. I'm switching to my finger. I mean, why not, right? I get to be an adult and say that I get to finger paint for a part of my job. That's pretty cool. So the papers don't necessarily need to be your only top. You can definitely layer over them and create really fun looks. Hey. So fun, right? Totally finishes it off. Super shiny. Who doesn't love shiny? I mean, and the nice thing is it still keeps its like farmhouse boho vibe, even with like that smidge of shine. You guys see how it kind of looks a little smudgy but shiny? Love it, love it, love it. This is one of my favorite papers, Shelly. I keep coming back to it when I do projects. I think I've done several with this paper. I just love the colors. Okay, so now this side should be done. So we're gonna go back to the side. So now you guys can still see too where we got some of that pretty metallic in. And again, it is not uniform. Look, that's not uniform to here, right? It's not uniform to here. I'm okay with that. Super okay with that. I think that that is going to lend itself to be interesting. All right, this should be dry enough for my idea. I'm gonna offset it just that little bit, and we're gonna put baby Lucky Penny stripes over our ooh la la. We want to do the same principle, so we're going to take our ooh la la and we're going to seal up these lines, okay? All right, you guys ready? Let's see if it works. How stinking cute! I don't know why I think this angle is different from the first one you guys saw, but what? How fun is that? Oh, the metallic is so shiny that it's messing with the camera. So look how it ties it all in. So fun. So fun, so fun, so fun. Here is the top. That's where we're at with that. I think that's pretty good. I don't think we need to do anything else to the top. We added the metallic to tie it in. The image is pretty. That's the sides, which I think is super fun. Right. So you girls go have a great rest of your Wednesday. And I will see you next week for sure. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.